All right, so welcome back, everybody. My name's Andrew, and you're watching the Kelley's Country Life. And today, we are finally getting our gutters installed. So if y'all know, I went ahead and put siding on half of the house, painted it, got it prepped and ready for gutters because we had such an amazingly high rainfall this past summer. It was washing dirt out everywhere. So I just want to get some gutters on before we get back in our rainy season here. So I've got pine straw and stuff around the house, but it's just not working. We had a good rain the other night, and it's still washing some of the dirt out on the other side. So gutters are an absolute must. So this guy I've actually hired out to do 2 jobs because the price was excellent. Just wasn't worth my time to get up and do metal fascia all the way around. So right now we have wooden fascia boards. I've got some paint on them, but I want to get those wrapped in metal. And I had this guy go to a metal shop, get me custom bent Galvalume 24 gauge steel. Typically I use aluminum, but he couldn't get it in that Galvalume color to match the roof. So we went with a much thicker steel. It should hold up very well, and it's got a nice, good weatherproof coating on it. So he's gonna go around the entire house, all the fascia board, 360 degrees around, wrap it in that metal fascia. That also goes up underneath the drip edge, so the wood is now protected for life. Then he's going to come back over that with the aluminum gutters. 4 downspouts per side, I believe, is the game plan. So I'm waiting on him to show up. If he's comfortable with me doing a little bit of recording, I'd like to show y'all how they roll these long, seamless gutters out the back side of the truck. That's what's key here, seamless gutters. I believe in them. No leaks, no joints, much better material than that junk you see at a lot of the big box stores, the do-it-yourself type of stuff. So this was absolutely worth it. And for him to do this much custom metal work and all the gutters for the price he quoted me, there's no way I was going to do it myself. So stay tuned. Let's see the work happen. So what's going on here, there is a series of dies in this machine that is forming this and crimping it as it's coming out and going down. And this is called gutter coil stock. This is the mill side finish that I'm looking for to match the roof. And it comes with different finishes and protections on the inside where the water actually goes. But you can get an idea, there's some of those initial rollers, forming rollers right there. And that is how you get a seamless gutter with no leaks and no issues. guys, just got done with the gutters this morning, pulled off. Let me show you the final result here. Okay, so if you look at the front, you can see that we have 4 downspouts, one here, here, there. We did the best we could to make them as symmetrical as we could with the odd number of posts that we have out here. And let's face it, this is an extremely large amount of roof over here. So probably could have got away with 3 gutters. We decided to do 4, and again, to keep that symmetry. I am big, and I mean big on symmetry. So it's hard to see, y'all. It blends in. People are gonna ask, I thought you were doing white gutters and downspouts, and we were back and forth, but long story short, one thing I really like about going with the metal color, that's the only way I know to call it, is look at how seamless and how blended in everything is up top with all the metal roof and metal fascia. So as I'm pointing right now, you can't even see the gutter. It just blends in perfectly with the fascia, with the roof. All you can see is these downspouts. Now, yeah, they kind of do stick out a little being a metal color, but there is so much metal on this house, there's so much gray, it really doesn't look bad. Tiffany and I are already used to it. So if I get up a little closer, now you can see the huge 6-inch seamless metal gutter that we have. And here are the downspouts themselves. Later on down the road, I may add extensions on here, put some rock out here. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do yet. But for the time being, I may slip a piece of wood, rock, piece of tin underneath here to direct water flow out into the yard and not wash everything out. I'm just not going to fool with that just yet because we have septic about to be coming and getting installed, and we're going to have to dig up all along the house to run the piping. So we're going to leave everything nice and short as it is right now. Now, the other thing that I hired this company to do, look at the finished edges now. The house is it's complete. This whole side is complete. Look at the metal fascia. That looks so good, so good. So I had that custom bent at a metal shop, or this guy did, but it's 24 gauge steel in Galvalume. He couldn't get that in aluminum, so we went with steel. It matches perfectly to the drip edge that we have up top, but it is such a nice, clean, finished look. I really, really like it. So on the back side, we did something a little different. This roof is much smaller, a lot less water is gonna hit that because we don't have a big porch over here. So we decided to just stick with 3 gutters right now, not stick one out in the middle of the house. We can always add a 4th if we need to, but I really don't think we'll ever need it. That is a 50-foot roof over there with only 2 gutters and only 2 downspouts, excuse me, and a 6-inch gutter. I've never once seen it overflow. Even through all these tropical storms and everything else, it's dumped a tremendous amount of rain. So what he suggested I do was leave the downspouts on the corners and not have nothing out here in the middle that kind of really stands out, and then we have one on the very end. So I think 3 is going to work perfect on this side. Now the metal does look a little shiny in the sun. It's going to take some getting used to, but ultimately having so much metal fascia and metal roof, I think it was the right choice. It doesn't really stand out. If we'd have did colored gutters, I'm just not so sure how it would have looked with a metal roof, metal fascia, and then a colored gutter in the middle. You'd have seen all those different colors on either side of it. I just don't know that it would have looked good. So they went ahead and wrapped the entire house in this metal. That looks so much better now. All right, this is something I have been dreaming of for months. I've wanted gutters more than just about anything. We went through such a wet summer last summer, constantly washing dirt out. Had to put that ugly tin out here to keep from beating dirt away from the foundation. We're good now. We've got the gutters. We've got what I've wanted. The house is complete enough that they're no longer in the way, other than digging that septic I was telling you about. And we're really going to test these gutters out tomorrow night. They are calling for 100% chance of rain, and I just checked. The description says 2+ inches of rain tomorrow night. We're supposed to get a really nasty cold front come through here. That's a tremendous amount of rain, y'all. That's the first test for these gutters, so hopefully it pushes it out away from the house as intended. All right, well, hopefully y'all enjoyed this little episode right here, seeing how the stuff was made on site, how the guys put it up, And like I said, one more finishing touch off the list. Now the house looks really nice and crisp on the outside and complete. Not seeing old exposed wood or anything else now. I really love seeing it metal wrapped like this. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.